It's exactly what we have been waiting for. Our decentralized exchange. Mass adoption plan is being implemented. Sharding the future of blockchain technology. The future is now. We have arrived. Second quarter 2019, hitting our roadmap. The wait is over. Are you ready? The world will know Apollo currency. What's next, Apollo-nauts?
9:51 p.m. 8/27/2019. What's next for the Apollo-nauts? The DEX finally going live. The code for the DEX, I'll show you that in a little bit, has progressed, and it's getting so close. Okay, you got the market at right now sideways. Bitcoin 10,115.24, Ethereum 185.54, XRP at 26 cents, Bitcoin Cash 306, Litecoin 72, Binance Coin 25, EOS 3,052 cents. And then let's see, Bitcoin SV at 132, Cardano at let's see 4, and Stellar at 6. Okay, now not too exciting as you see right there. One thing about CoinGecko's site, when you look at it, I like CoinWatch, live CoinWatch. I do not like CoinMarketCap. We all know that. So you look at CoinGecko. It gives you a little bit different perspective. Gives you the 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 days, all in the center, as you can see. You're right there. Okay, then of course the graph over to the side, and then their breakdowns, everything involved here for their links. Very good, no doubt about that. So you can look at it and see what you think. I like it. Okay, you've got basically for Bitcoin. Billionaire investor Tim Draper says Bitcoin opportunity 10 times through 100 times bigger than the internet. And he breaks it down. And he talks about, because he's been around, early investor in Skype, Tesla, Hotmail, Twitter, Coinbase, and DocuSign. And basically makes a statement that is pretty good when you think about it. He's a big Bitcoin believer, and he believes about data use and the use of Bitcoin as a global currency and how the money can go back and forth. And yeah, it's true, but you know, there's a lot more to it. His main premise is perfect, but there's more to the story than just Bitcoin, and we all know that. And you know, the Bitcoin enthusiasts, they just dive into it and think that's the only thing around. No, 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 no. Ethereum came and knocked on the door, but Ethereum, how can I put it? Oh, Blackstream executive slams Ethereum, deems it a technological dead end. Not to bash Ethereum, but I said this a year ago, that Ethereum was not going to be doing that well this year. And it's not going to be doing that well beyond this because of their old style, POW, their half-baked attempt to do POS, proof of stake, and their idiotic attitude where they do not even realize about sharding and how Apollo currency has already done it. These guys are so behind, it is just amazing. And Apollo currency has kicked butt, putting out the sharding into the live database blockchain. And I almost said database and I didn't, but it was close. And so the database blockchain. Now, getting over to this. When I talk about the Bitcoin premise and what's going on, Apollo Currencies in Africa working national currency deals as a partner with the ADF group, and they are working at the presidential level in Africa to pursue national currency Apollos with 0% inflation in the hyperinflation countries in Africa. That's true currency use. Now, they're also working around the world eventually for hyperinflation countries. Venezuela's got issues. There's no doubt about that. And they're trying to get out of it. They announced petro remittance, and That's not going to be good. Well, Petro, in my opinion, is dead in the water. It has been. I'll get to an article in a second shows another area of it. But basically for the things that have been done in the crypto world, for Apollo to have the fastest network in the world, and it's 2 seconds currently, and they plan to go sub-second down the road. When they have the most private network with a public option, bada bang, bada boom. Okay, then you look at what they've been doing here in the development of the network. Look at these files in the top here, and you look at these compares. A lot of these were open just yesterday, and they have closed right up to being done. When you have the feature down here for the implement, and let me just go over here. Let me just refresh, because I want to check one thing. We've got the ETH file. There we go. Thank you very much. Feature approved money ETH. And this is a main DEX file. And you can see here was just a small refactoring. And when you look at the small refactoring, this is the code for the refactoring. And if you listen to what it says, if you want to read it too. Offer, get type. This is the correction the ad put in. Is sell. DEX smart contract service. Approve. Passphrase. Secret. Offer. Get address and account ID. Okay, see that? Info. Log.info. Transaction plus TXID was approved. Then you go through the rest of it, which has all been done already, and goes down to the bottom, DEX close offer attachment. All right, so basically what you've got here is final adjustments to the DEX with atomic swaps. It is getting so close. You have to have patience in crypto. It's over 4 months due. It was due on April 15th, but they were working so much on sharding, it had to be put on the side burner until they got sharding done. So they got sharding done, and now DEX is coming fast. And I cannot wait. One of my viewers asked me, do you think that DEX will have more of a positive price on Apollos versus sharding? Because sharding had a bump, but with the market coming down, it's just not doing much. Well, guess what? Yes, this is my opinion. The reason why, DEX built into your wallet with the convenience factor is tangible. That's where you can grab it and feel it. In sharding, you really can't feel it, can you? You can't really feel it. In your mind, you know it's a technological advancement, and it makes Apollo's blockchain the most advanced and sustainable, as they say. Yes, so perfect for high traffic and keeping it bloat-free. So you have all that. And what I got to just basically say is, the very good possibility it's going to happen. Because more and more people will use it, and big investors will use it because of the low fees, and then no verification, no KYC. Also, too, in the Apollo world, Apollo won the vote for the Digifinix exchange, which is pretty good. The Digifinix exchange, however you want to pronounce it, is a top 20 exchange, can be top 10 on certain days. And I'll tell you one thing, another thing, I'm not trying to just constantly bash CoinMarketCap, but they are garbage these days. When you look at what they did to the top 200, and then when you look at what they're doing now, go look at the top ratings of exchanges for the adjusted volume and regular volume. No-namers up to the top. Exchanges you never heard of. It's just ridiculous. So getting back to what I was just saying, this exchange is good. And they are basically, you can see here, they've got, thank you for your support. We will contact Apollo Currency to sign up. And this is the form to sign up. So that has been sent to Steve. And this exchange, Digifinix, is in Apollo's future. Speaking of exchanges for Apollo's future, they have this. Hit BTC is almost done getting Apollo listed on it. Another big exchange. They've got the Turkey System Coin exchange. the largest in Turkey, which is the highest rated cryptocurrency country in the world. Okay, you've got that. You've got the application into Binance. You can see where it's going big. Okay? Oh, and by the way, too, Diginex has an Apollo piece. Not the Apollo currency, but they have an Apollo piece. Apollo is a common name. Right there, up here. Diginex Apollo. A brand new concept. But we all know Apollo currency is the one. Okay, so then Apollo becomes the first cryptocurrency to successfully implement database sharding. ABC7. I sent that to Pompliano yesterday. He messaged me on one of my tweets. I gave him some information on the sharding and all of the Apollo pieces. So hopefully he features it in his weekly news coming up. It would be nice for some of these Bitcoin people to open the door to the other coins. No doubt about that. Judge finds Craig Wright committed perjury, must surrender half of his Bitcoin billions. You heard the headline, right, which we gave. Well, guess what? This is the filing of the paperwork, which, when you look at it, it is a killer for him. This is the court. This is not me, okay? So you don't have to sue me, Craig. It's the court saying this. All right? So as a result, in his ruling, Wright established that Wright and Dave Kleiman entered into a 50-50 partnership. And he then said that as part of the court, I have found that Dr. Wright intentionally submitted fraudulent documents to the court, obstructed a judicial proceeding, and gave perjurious testimony. And has basically said that now he has to turn over half of the fortune. So that's about $5 billion-ish in Bitcoin he turns over. Still has a lot of Bitcoin, so not bad there for that. But he's not Satoshi Nakamoto, in my opinion. Okay, Brave blockchain browser crypto wallet will support Ethereum and ERC20 tokens. Brave is doing quite a bit. In fact, WIKI is, I got that. Yep, I do. Okay, I have a piece on WIKI. We'll just go there. Okay, WIKI. BNB plunges 10% after Binance admits to data hack. Not good. In 2018, I think it was. Let's take a look. 17. Binance admitted to leaking sensitive customer data through a third-party vendor, which the exchange contracted in late 2017. Although the investigation is still ongoing, the crypto exchange announced it will offer free lifetime VIP memberships to all affected customers. Nonetheless, it seems the price of BNB plunged in a response to the admission. We will see. All right, now you've got Venezuela. Here we go. I mentioned about the Pedro. Let me get out of my Telegram group because they're interrupting my stuff here. Okay, so you've got basically, instead of okay, so anyway, you have Venezuela's largest retail chain, 1,000 Bitcoin transactions and growing. You heard me mention about the Pedro. At least in Venezuela, cryptocurrencies are working for the people. That's what you need. You also need Apollo currency, by the way, for the national currency. Because think about this, Apollo currency has 0% inflation. 0% inflation. Unconfirmed, 8 institutions to get China's digital currency first. According to the sources, the People's Bank of China is giving its first round of central bank digital currency CBDC to online retail giant Alibaba, internet giant Tencent, 5 banking organizations, and 1 unknown entity. We'll have to see how that all works out. But as you can see around the world, digital currencies are cooking. Wikipedia, verified as Brave's publisher as browser's market share grows. Brave is a good browser. I'm using it on this right now. It is very good. It doesn't use up your computer like Firefox does. Firefox used to be the best, but it got bloated and just not good. Chrome, I don't like that much. It's not bad. It has a lot of apps. Not too bad. But this is the bomb for efficiency. It's smooth. It blocks the ads perfectly. So you got to like that. Now, getting over to the Apollo world. Well, this is a crypto news channel, okay? But what is all the exciting news? You got the fastest network in the land, the most private with a public option. You've got sharding that's done. You've got DEX coming with atomic swaps. You have sub-second speed coming. You also have work going on in Africa, which they started back in the second quarter of this year. Zimbabwe is one of them with a Zimbabwe sandbox over here for this quarter. You've got all this cooking. Apl-All has put in a piece in the crypto world that is history making. And what's going on right now for this quarter here, when you see DEX Live go, then it's out of the picture. It is perfect. It is there. It's used by everybody in their wallet. It is the bomb. Then you open up the door for Africa. And then you open up the door for next year. Next year you've got, and by the way too, the first time there is a national currency deal signed by Apl-All in Africa with the help of ADF, Apl-All is going blazingly fast up the charts because that has never been done in history before. That'll be world news, international news, crypto news. And then you look at what's going on in 2020. This is from a, keep this in mind, DHE consensus protocol. I gotta have a coffee. They have in late 2017, 2018, 2019, Apl-All have cranked out the best in crypto. So there is no doubt that they can kick butt on the DAG consensus protocol and make the ARKNET 1.0 kick butt and have the DApps and the smart contracts and the 1 million TPS plus on this network. This is the future, folks. This is why you get involved in investments. Who has the products? Who has the assets? All I can say is Apl-All does. Everybody, breaking news with DAG. That's next year. Breaking news with DEX. I'm going to have them for you. Enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon.
For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond. And we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom.
To the right, little. Ready? Down a half. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.